me with a big front mount. Looks like he wants to get gapped. Stay tuned. Zach's got his Omni here. He's got some sync issues. He's got the cam, I'm sorry, not cam, the crank pickup here, and it keeps vibrating on the 36 to 1, is it 1? 36 2? 36 1 on the wheel, and it's causing a sync loss error, and it's basically hitting a rev limiter. So we're going to redo all that in aluminum with a different type of pickup, and hopefully that fixes it and he can get busted by an old E30. Sounds cool. I know. Ugh. So ugly with no front end on. We've got cooling issues. Last time we left off, we were weighing this thing. I put the drag pack on it to see what it looked like. We dynoed it. It made 216 horsepower and 195 foot-pounds of torque. That's with 93 octane. That's 1 pound of boost and, well, technically 1.3 pounds of boost. And that's no VVTi. So it'll get better with VVTi, at least for the torque. 220 horsepower, 216 horsepower. Splitting hairs here. It rips with that kind of little amount of power. 200 something horsepower feels like 300 in this car. Of course, the weight helps and the transmission helps. So we had to make some modifications to the coolant hose. We were having some issues bleeding it, so we've got that fixed with a, we redid this whole water neck. It was kind of like sticking up over here, and then it went up and down, created an air pocket. Now we've got it going straight, and it kind of loops down. We also added a little bleeder. Shout out to James. He hooked us up by bringing this by. That's from a 350Z for the heater hose. Just got a little MPT fitting. These get air pockets tracked in them. Undo it, it's good to go. Current issue, airflow. As you saw, we have a pusher fan, and it's not ideal, but what am I supposed to do with this giant radiator? Even if I had the radiator was half the size, I still wouldn't be able to fit a fan in it. So we pulled the front end off, and the temperatures drastically got better. It's fine with the front end on, cruising around, making pulls, staying rolling. Highway speeds, no big deal. Even pulling, like not getting down on it and just pulling into a parking spot, it's fine. But if I get down on it and then I pull into here for say, or you know, in traffic I'm beating on it and then I come to a stop, the temperatures start to get up. So we took the front end off and just exposed the radiator, or sorry, the front mount and radiator setup, the whole thing, and it's drastically better. In fact, just driving around, it's like too cold. It drives around at like 170, 180. Now it's probably what, 60 degrees out here today, maybe. Yep. Cold enough for us to have long sleeves on. And when I'm down on it and I come back into the parking lot and I sit here with the hood shut, the temperature, the max it got up to today after beating the shit out of it was 186 degrees. So that's a 24-degree difference from where it was yesterday. So what I hate this because I have to pretty much hack up my front end, and my front end was gorgeous to me. I don't know what y'all think. But what we're gonna do, oh, I hate to say this, I think we're gonna put speed holes in the diving board bumper. I hate speed holes, but I like to go fast, and I like to have front ends. It can't stay like this. We got to do something. So we're gonna fix that. And then I've got another problem, which I've got to address this week, is a driveline vibration at like 45 and 90. I get a crazy vibration in the rear end. I don't know if it's the drive shaft out of balance, which we're gonna take out today. I'm gonna have it balanced next week, or if it's the welded diff. So I'm gonna put a 373 LSD in it and hopefully the combination of those two fixes it. The angles of the dangles seems to be okay. It's like 1 degree, but I'm gonna double check it again this afternoon when I pull it back apart. I'm gonna stick my angle finder back on it, and then we're gonna see just how off it really is. I'm gonna have Justin come back up here to verify my results. So anyways, we're about to go drive this. I'm gonna give y'all kind of an overview of how all this works. All right, Zach's gonna go get the laptop and get us hooked up. Nope, let's turn the radio off. Although, it does sound pretty good. But we won't worry about that. Turn that off for now. I was jamming earlier, so I had it on. Oh yeah, I have a power steering squeal, or a belt squeal, I guess. I think it's because the power steering pump doesn't have a brace on it. It's just got, I guess when you remove the AC, you remove a brace for the power steering pump, and the power steering pump can kind of vibrate back and forth, and then it causes a little vibration. Oh, there we go. Beep. Ah, there we go. Okay. So it's called. Kind of go over the functions. I still have a clutch pedal. Don't want to forget that. I still have a clutch pedal. You can see down there. Kind of see it like it's actually moving the car some in park. That's weird. Huh. God, it's loping. Sounds good. So park, reverse, manual mode, neutral, drive, launch control. Don't have launch control configured yet. That's coming after we get everything else tuned. I don't need that just yet. Yeah, so I mean, paddle shifters up, sorry, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, jeez. And then we'll have a little momentary button here for a pit lane limiter for rolling anti-lag. That'll be really fun. And then I'll have a little AEM 12 position boost controller here, and I'll dial each position of boost in, and we'll have whatever, we'll have a selectable boost. Okay, so we're in park. We'll just go straight to reverse. It's taking up on its own. There is a bit of work that needs to be done with the take-up scenarios for the transmission. I'm gonna go to neutral, and then we're just gonna put it in drive, and we're gonna drive. But basically, taking off in reverse, first, second, it's a little harsh, and there's some fixes that are coming for that. I'm waiting on HTG to release 1.1.3, which will supposedly fix these issues. So, anyways, let's just go for a drive. Let's just. And this is on 1 pound of boost, so 200 horsepower car. I think I'm gonna put the Draggy on this thing later, just to see what it does. That is pretty quick. This is Zach, by the way. He's my co-pilot for the day. He's got the Dodge Omni with the big front mount. Yeah, it drives nice. Cruising along. There's 7. That's good. You can kind of feel that vibration right there around 45. And then once you get to like 100, that's really where it starts to get violent. It really spoils my fun because this car just starts to come alive at 100. All right, so come to a complete stop. It's in second, and then boop, first. Second, third, fourth, fifth. You can hear that wastegate already opening, yeah, just barely. It's just like any other car. Rolls along, no problem. I love the way the interior came out. Yeah. It's so minimalistic. Just have this.
Control fan.
Huh?
Just a nice little control fan.
Yeah. I need to secure it better, and you know, it was kind of thrown together, but it just,
That comes later.
yeah, that comes later. I gotta secure this thing. It's like flopping up here, so I gotta make a better brace for this, and then I'll put my tablet right there. Oh God, ran over the curb. So check this out, clutch in, clutch out. Now it doesn't re-engage until I give it gas again. And we'll go, well, I don't have blinkers, what am I doing? I got no fucking front end on. All right, we'll go this way. The wastegate's just, it's like not even a pound. I kind of want to reroute it back into the downpipe. It's got the T51R mod on it, but you can barely hear it.
Yeah.
But it's also not spooling anything,
Exactly.
so
It'll get louder.
yeah. Usually it's hot by now. All right, well, let's warm it up. Let's put it in manual mode. RPMs high, try to get it warm. And this is with a thermostat in too. Yeah. So the downshifts are another problem. It's like foot's on the pedal and I just need to go to fifth, and it, you know, it's kind of needs some help. But there's two different types of downshift. There's like on throttle or partial throttle downshift, and then off throttle downshift, and it's like two different parameters. So like if I downshift in third like this, it's a little different without, that's with no gas.
Yeah. Where it's in rev match.
So it's a little, it doesn't rev match, it's drive by cable, but it's a different type of engagement. So 150 is pretty good. Fuel cut, it said fuel cut. Okay, so right there. Yep. Oh, it's re-engaging at like 3,500 or so. Okay. Yeah. So I probably need to drop that down some.
I got mine at like 2,000 something.
Okay.
Depends on your RPM, man.
Yeah. All right, so we made the block, we got it warm. That took longer than it's ever taken, I guess, because we've just got so much airflow now. Overheating problem's pretty much fixed.
With no bumper.
With no bumper, yeah, I mean. I can at least go out and enjoy the car, though. It's just gonna look stupid. That vibration right there, 45.
Sure it's not wheel or tire?
I would think that, I mean, okay, you'll feel it at like around 100, and it just doesn't feel like wheel and tire. Yeah, I'm gonna go back and fix that right now. There's too many pops.
Easy fix.
So 170s, we got it up. Try to get it up some more. It's basically NA power.
Yeah.
Because that wastegate opens up like really early.
Yeah,
I think it opens in vacuum.
Yeah.
Alright, there's first. So we'll do like a brief pull.
got a 15 psi spring on the cap, don't you?
Yeah, it's like 16.
The cap's not open.
Let's see what we get with this. Cruising in here. Okay, it's about like it was before. Let's see if it gets to 200-ish when we sit. Alright, so alright, now it's gotten hotter. We have been beating on it a little harder than we were before. Park, and it's parked. Let's see how hot it gets. We're gonna sit here and play with it, and then we'll see if that actually does anything. If not, then I don't know what I'm gonna do. We'll be back with the Draggy for a quarter mile. I'm really just trying to see the trap speed. I'm not too terribly worried about the ET. So we're gonna do a Draggy pull real quick, and we're gonna see what it ends up running. Hopefully this works with the Draggy. 1, 2, 3. That's way faster than I thought this car was. Jesus. 1349 spinning like that. 95. Wow. How did it go that fast with such a low trap speed? Look at me putting my clutch in. I kind of want to do that again. What the fuck? So if I had a slick on this, it's a 12-second car. No way. Oh, you know what? I think I let out of it. Oh my god. Okay. Let's go find out. Alright. Let's give it another shot. This time I'm not gonna like rev it up or anything. I'm just gonna hit the gas and go. Try to be conservative on the launch, so. Alright, here we go. Same thing. I think I'm letting out too early. 91 that time. I think I'm just being a bitch. It's the vibration. I've got a really strong vibration going on. Making me nervous to stay in it, because I don't know where it's coming from, but I really want this, and I'm gonna try to stay in it till I see this actually say quarter mile. All right. Is just crazy. Oh, okay, it trapped 107 this time. That's more like it. I still let out early before, because the vibration is just nuts. I gotta look on this GoPro again and see what the fuck mile per hour I just got to, because that was crazy. Yeah, so I think the car's probably got like 108, 109. Damn, that's crazy. With a tire, this thing will go 12s, because that was a 2.2. Yeah, that vibration's nuts. That was a 2.2. It's a consistent 13.5, but it's just because of the tire. I mean, if I put a fucking drag radial on this thing, or my drag pack on it, I mean, that 2.2 will go down in the ones, and that's 3/10 right there. Plus, if I stay in it, it's gonna be, it's gonna go 12s on 1 pound of boost. That's crazy. 108, let's just call it 108. I think that's, you know, I think that's reasonable. So the vibration is so scary, I can't, like, I'm just scared to stay in it.
Yeah.
And it's like vibrating the whole cabin. And I'm letting out before the quarter mile.
Yeah.
What do you think it ran?
I have no idea.
Spinning. Okay, well, it's up 2.3 60 foot.
So,
okay, so it's like 2.29. Let me go to my
well, it feels like every bit of a 13-second car.
Yeah, I mean, it did that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It did 13.5 every single time. It did 13.49, 13.50, 13.50.
All right.
The 60 foot was a 2.2, 2.2, 2.29. And here's the kicker.
All right.
Okay, the first time I ran, it was 13.49 at 94. Okay?
Okay.
That was letting out well before.
Yeah.
Okay, because look, you can actually see. Come look at this real quick. I'll get out, I'll come to you. I'll come to you. You can see where I let off at in the G-forces and the acceleration.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do some WD-40s. You can see where I let off at.
No, that's a character trait.
Yeah,
That's a character trait.
That's stock.
Yeah, that's factor.
That's OEM.
Yeah.
So you can see.
Oh yeah, where you got the vibration.
Yeah.
Like, no,
So 0 to 60, 5.2 is like absolute garbage, right?
Yeah, but that's
60 foot, 2.2, but 13.4 at 95. So it's like, I will let way off. Okay. Then you go to the next one. I let off even more.
yeah.
Okay. 0 to 60 and 5.1. 5.40. So like even this run is worse than all the other ones, but 107.
So this bitch gonna
So
roll.
I think I let off, but the acceleration G's are, yeah, I think I still let off right before. I think this car has like 109 in it. It's definitely a 12-second car.
Yeah.
If I put that drag pack on this thing and went out there and it didn't break the axles,
Yeah.
it would run 1280s.
Yeah. We got to figure out what the Driveline issue is. That's a
1280s at 109. So I don't know, what do you guys think? Is it a 12-second car on 1 pound of boost? It's not blown up yet. It was like 3 back-to-back quarter-mile pulls. We're not leaking anything. Hey, that's good. I'm cool with that.